My name is David Bowman. I'm the Director of Production at Crytek.
David, what are you showing here today at E3?
We're showing a demonstration of our technology. We call it Return to Dinosaur Island 2. This is the second part of a demonstration that we started and we showed at GDC.
So what is this demo about for people who haven't had a chance or ever heard of it before?
So, well, it's a little bit complicated, but the bottom line is we were returning to an island that is populated by dinosaurs. And that was the original project we made many, many years ago to show off the engine and what we could do with it. And then for GDC, we showed a demo that showed what that looks like in VR. And for today, what we're showing is pushing that forward. What does a full world look like in VR with our technology?
What are some of the challenges when working with the VR hardware?
Well, we have multiple manufacturers, so we're integrating each of their standards into our core engine, the Cry engine. That's been pretty straightforward. There was earlier on we had to adjust how we rendered information because we had optimized for speed and for the beauty of the scene. And that works really, really well in what we were doing before, but when you go to VR, your brain has to believe everything it's seeing, and so we had to change the information flow, the matrix of data that we set up for our rendering pipeline.
One of the biggest challenges for VR, a lot of developers are saying, is that it takes so much power from a hardware perspective because you're rendering 2 images at 1080 and you have to have a super high frame rate to not get motion sickness.
With this particular demo you're seeing is 90 frames a second in each eye. We're hitting rock solid, no problems. The engine supports that really, really well right now. Yes, you do have to have a modern generation of technology in order to push this. That's why VR is just now coming of age.
Every year you see more and more VR stuff at E3. What's it like seeing the plethora of VR stuff that's here now?
Super exciting. We started off as just how do we take our engine, how do we make it VR ready? And that was our first premise. And that was a little over, about a year ago now. In the process of doing these technology demonstrations, we fell in love with it. We believe VR is super ready, that it is going to be super exciting for people, and that it becomes consumer in the next few years. You're going to see the release of the first generation of hardware. Early adopters are going to go into this and go, wow, this is an amazing experience. They're going to share it with their friends. You'll see generations bring that price down.
Where do people find more information about Crytek and your VR support?
You can go, of course, to Crytek.com in order to learn all about our engine and about our company. If you want to learn specifically about VR, you can contact us through there and we can give you more direct information about VR.
Has any developer ported Crysis to work in VR?
So one of our first efforts, of course, was hey, we've got all this existing IP. How do we use this in VR? And we did some first experimentations and learned there's some rules of motion that you have to follow. And after getting sick a few times, we realized in order to do this, you have to reshape your IP to fit VR and that whole new experience. So porting Crysis directly to VR and not making changes would be a mistake. But doing something in the Crysis universe, in the future, I think that'll actually happen.